All right, this is your girl Mo. We are back with Sammyeil Barber from Beyond the Bars. My Voice Matters. I hope you guys are enjoying listening in on tonight and hearing the information that he's giving us, the encouragement that he's giving us, even being beyond the bars. So welcome back, everyone. Before our commercial break, Sammyeil was just telling us actually about the step down program that they actually have at his facility, and he's actually a facilitator. So Sammy, what I wanted to know, it seems like this step down program is very instrumental in helping inmates. I think this program, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this program is actually for inmates that have to serve like over 10 years or something like that.
Well, you have our lowest is 5 years and our longest is 21 years.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, but this program is really just to kind of help them mentally and just kind of help their minds and help them to be more stable minded as they're going through their time, basically.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A lot of the guys, the culture of prison has changed from the time how some of them that was doing it, 15 years ago or 10 years ago. Grooming standards have changed, dress codes have changed, even the culture with inmates and employers has changed. So a lot of these guys who've been on lockup for extensive amounts of time needed to to readjust to the culture and the trends of today. And
gotcha.
That's what it gives us an outlet, it gives them an outlet or a means to readjust into what's current today.
What now? See, that's what I needed to hear. And I actually work for the South Carolina State Library as well. And one of our libraries in our Richland library, they are doing a program similar. It's not as extensive as the program at your facility, but that's the missing piece. They don't. They actually work with some of the men at the detention center, but for the men and women that have been in prison for many years, they have that disconnect for them trying to be prepared to enter into society again. So how important is this program for inmates that have to transition from being in prison for many years to actually trying to be a productive citizen in society? How instrumental is this program for inmates of that caliber?
Well, it's very instrumental. Classes are based on two parts. You have learning life skills and two, expressing yourself through writing. And the skills part consists of the following. We have accountability, responsibility, authority, understanding your personality characteristics, your strengths and weaknesses, learning how to handle your emotion, conflict, and stress in your life, and understanding your self-concept, understanding constructive criticism, and setting goals in your life. So it's very, very useful, not only on the inside, but also on the outside. These are skills that we need in our everyday life.
Yes. That's awesome. That is awesome. Because, when I start hearing things like this, it really just pumps me up, because I think so many times, especially when we look at inmates and when they're trying to get out, especially family members and people in society, well, you just need to get a job. But they don't understand what the inmates had to go through while they were in prison and how many life skills that they've kind of missed out on, and they are not prepared mentally. They don't know about the technology of today's society. They don't know what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to interact? How am I supposed to even get a job? So we have unrealistic expectations of these inmates. We want them to be better citizens when they get out, but we don't give them the tools while they're in to help them to be that better citizen when they get out, and that they won't revert back to what actually got them in there in the first place. So I think that this step down program is something that is needed in facilities across America. So I wanted to ask you a quick question about the program. If other facilities, after listening to this broadcast on tonight, wanted information or wanted to see about implementing this program even in their own facilities, what information can you share to our viewers tonight about getting contact information about this program?
Our director at South Carolina Prison is Mr. Mike McCall.
Okay.
And Brian Sterling. They probably they are the ones that control each institution and the facilities that house the step down program. They would definitely have all the information needed to assist them at their facility.
Gotcha. All right, so we will definitely be providing that information for our viewers after we complete this this interview. So thank you so much for sharing information about that, Sammy, because this is definitely something that is needed and definitely something that's going to help our young men and our young women after they are able to come out of prison. So I thank you for that. Well, Sammy, we are actually getting to the eve of our interview on tonight. But I just wanted to ask you to share with our viewers, or to leave them with a bit of advice. What would you tell them to help them to be encouraged? It doesn't have to be a inmate. It could just be anybody that may be going through a hard time, or they're losing hope. They don't know what to do. They may not even know God, okay? But what bit of advice would you give our listeners on tonight to encourage them to keep holding on?
Well, first, I would say stop and evaluate what you have been feeding your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because we're three-part beings. And we have to look at what we have been allowing into our minds, into our spirits, and ultimately in our bodies. When you're feeling weak and you want to give up, you need to be recharged. That spirit needs to be recharged. The spirit powers the body. Just as the body can get weak, so can the spirit. We have to watch those negative people, the negative feedback, and filter that from entering into us. Because, you know, and not be fooled to think that money will solve all your problems, because even millionaires commit suicide and give up.
That's right.
So join support groups. Find a mentor that you can share your experiences with. Exercise, eat healthy, and look in the mirror and say, I was created for a purpose. And in that purpose, I shall find my strength.
Ooh, that just gave me chills. I love it. Oh, God. Wow. That was awesome. That was awesome. That even encouraged me on tonight, Sammy. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Well, first of all, I just want to thank Sammyeil for agreeing to do this segment of Beyond the Bars, My Voice Matters. This is actually going to be, this is actually our first of many segments, because Sammy brings such a wealth of knowledge to our viewers and encouragement to others. So every first Monday night of every month at 9 p.m., we will actually be doing our live interviews with Mr. Sammyeil Barber. So you guys stay tuned. Stay tuned. You're going to hear his voice again. And Sammy, we believe that God is about to overturn that appeal. And in your time there is going to be coming very soon. So we're excited about your life and excited about what God is doing. And you just continue to encourage other people. I know it's so much more that we can talk about on tonight, but we just going to limit it. So, we're going to give the people a chance to hear you over the next few months. But, you stay encouraged and continue to do what you're doing for those that are in your circle and those that you are reaching. So again, I thank you for being a guest.
And I would like to thank you as well, you know, for allowing God to use you as a destiny connector and a bridge for those voices that matter and who are seldomly silent and overlooked. Wow. I thank you. I would like to thank the audience and the listeners who tuned in. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you guys, this has been the Uplifted with Mo show on tonight. Like I said, stay tuned for our next segment with Sammyeil Barber, Beyond the Bars, My Voice Matters, next month. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you are encouraged. And just know that it does not matter where you are, what's going on in your life. You still have purpose. So live on purpose and know that God is forever with you. You guys have a wonderful night, and your girl Mo will talk to you soon. Bye.